Hello and welcome for the third race, the Jockey Racing League Season 1 on NASCAR 25. Today we have Richmond Raceway for the ARCA cars. Up next in the series, we got a few new drivers returning since Daytona, and big storylines as well. We'll get into those later, but right now I'm going to welcome my co-commentator, Sean.
Hello, hello, hello. It's good to be back, ladies and gents.
Yeah, it's definitely good to be back. I missed last week, just got a little too busy, but I'm back here at Richmond, getting ready to commentate this race. It's definitely be a good one. Got to have the commentator qualifying up next, but we'll talk about some of the big stories. We'll start off with NLS not racing today. Your points leader nearly by 30 points.
Yeah, NLS he's a very busy man, so he's unfortunately going to miss tonight's race. But heading into tonight, he is I believe it's 18 points. Let me double check that real quick. Probably should have known this. Actually, no, incorrect. He's 25 points ahead of second place Milk heading in tonight. So that's one of our big storylines for tonight. Can Milk win tonight with a good points day and overtake NLS in the points lead, despite NLS using a drop race?
I believe he can. I mean, Milk racing the number 11 at Richmond definitely might give him an advantage. Just having that ball knowledge at Richmond Raceway already starting off strong for Milk. Could see him getting on the pole today, and if he does, it's going to be dangerous for the field.
Yeah, I think you have to look at some of the other favorites as well, especially guys like ESMN and Pumps. Esmond had a really strong Esmond had a really strong run last week at Rockingham. He was arguably the second best car all day. Ultimately finished fourth, but it's also his home race tonight, so I would not be surprised if ESMN is a top contender tonight. And Pumps, it was his first start last week, and he brought the car home in second to NLS. I think Pumps, while I don't know if he's going to be one of the best cars tonight, I think he will be one of the top contenders for tonight's race.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Pumps definitely caught my eye last week as I watched on the sidelines. But today I'm back in the booth and getting ready to see his first race in person for me. So I'm excited to see how he can wheel that race car.
There's the green flag.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. It's qualifying, getting ready to start here.
It's going to be very interesting today because you've seen last week was running the Xfinity Series cars at Rockingham, and the week before ran the Cup Series cars. It's fairly unique for this series, which makes me love this series even more, of how the drivers got to adapt to each and one of these different series and how they got to basically be the overall best driver in every single type of race car. So looking forward to see all these other challenges that come with that.
Yeah, that's one of the unique things in here, Jockey. Different cars, different tracks. It really puts these drivers' skill sets to the test. One guy might be good in a Cup car at Daytona, but then the next week, different guys might be better with an Xfinity car at Rockingham. And tonight, it's the ARCA car at Richmond. It's a completely new skill set for these drivers, considering back in the Heat 5 days, we didn't have an ARCA car. We had a Gen 6, and those handled... Well, it is sort of the same body style. They do have their slight differences, so... We'll see tonight who's going to rise above and who can win tonight in Richmond.
Yeah, these ARCA cars are probably going to handle the most different out of all the cars they've dealt with, because the Cup Series cars, racing on a super speedway that's just a super speedway, right? Rockingham, the Xfinity Series cars gives you a lot of power and a lot of lanes to choose, but these ARCA cars kind of downed in horsepower a little bit here on the short track, so could play in favor of certain drivers who may be better at intermediates or super speedways instead of drivers who are better at the short track. So it might give a little bit more of an advantage for a driver who's coming up and only doing well at like intermediates like Kansas, Las Vegas, and Texas, for example.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a challenge for these drivers tonight as qualifying is underway. I have to ask you last lap. We've talked about our favorites for tonight. Who do you think is going to take pole for tonight's race?
Well, that's a tough question here because, like you said last week, Pumps was really, really good at Rockingham. And while Richmond Raceway isn't like Rockingham, it's still a very multi-groove short track, which I can still see Pumps doing well, and even in the ARCA car, even though how different it is from Xfinity's car. So Pumps is my pick to win the pole.
I think he's arguably the favorite to win tonight's race, and he's going to need every point tonight in order to even come close to NLS in the points. I think Milk is going to get pole position tonight. He has not won a NASCAR 25 race yet. He's looking for his first win in NASCAR 25, looking for his first Jockey win since I believe it was the Season 4, Race 14 JHL race, the Heat League at Martinsville. So Milk definitely looking for a turnaround tonight.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see if Milk can overcome those obstacles that NLS has provided and get that race win. Since NLS isn't unfortunately here tonight, he'll have a slight advantage over the field. But speaking of NLS not being here, considering that ESMN is now the runner-up for the camera, he'll be carrying the camera tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna watch a bit of a different driving style for tonight. Esmond, he's a pretty aggressive guy, but he's been known to be running well here. Just some unfortunate breaks coming in the first 2 races of the season. So we'll look to see where he is coming out of tonight. He's currently 8th in the points. Currently, he's below the chase cut line. But yeah, Esmond, it's his home race, so he's looking for a great day today.
Yeah, speaking of that home race, this race probably means the most of all the first 3 races so far of the season. So seeing how Esmond's performed in the first 2 races of the season, I wouldn't be surprised to see him pull a victory lane tonight.
One more, driver, let's go.
Yeah, but there's a lot. He's gonna have some tough competition tonight. We've already talked about Milk. We've talked about Pumps. I think a couple dark horse picks tonight. Guys like Valvac and Sam. They both expressed some confidence coming into tonight, but both of them have not run a race. Well, Sam hasn't run since Daytona, and Valvac, he ran great at Daytona, but had an early failure or disconnect issue at Rockingham, which ended his night early. So looking for he's gonna need a turnaround tonight, definitely for the number 39 machine.
So as the qualifying order wraps up, getting ready to see who will get on pole for tonight's race, I believe that your pole winner will probably end up winning this race. And if it's not the pole sitter, then we'll probably be in for an insane night of racing.
3 wide.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great night. So some Thursday night short track, some Thursday night thunder. That's something we haven't heard of in a while.
Yeah, Thursday night thunder back on the Jockey Racing League channel.
I think it's also safe to say although all these drivers have at least made one start this season, there's one new guy in the field.
You heard it from ESMN there. Qualifying just wrapped up. You can see Milk took the pole, and just like we were talking about, that 11 car showing some speed. I just realized that he's 25.
That's race time.
Damn it. Well,
Anyway,
take that back. We'll wait and see who actually got the pole. Don't take any of my information seriously. But other than that mishap, we'll get to see the qualifying results here in a few.
and would you look at that? ESMN on pole.
Well, Milk got second, so it wasn't too far off from what I said, but seeing ESMN get on that pole, he was already driving that car hard in qualifying. You know he wants to win this race so badly considering that it's his home
Oh,
track.
wait, no, hold up. I'm stupid. Holy crap.
Bro, again. Oh my god.
Wait, hold on. The rookie got pole. Caterator scores pole.
Oh my gosh. That's wild.
You know, Cade was always a very strong contender in the Heat 5 days. He was the Valvoline Cup Series Season 5 champ. But dang! Pole in the ARCA car at Richmond, good for him. He's a name we haven't talked about a lot, but I think Cade's definitely going to be now. I think that Cade is definitely the favorite for tonight's race.
Now, Cade winning the pole is definitely crazy for him. But seeing a rookie win a pole and not succeeding in the race isn't new. Going back to look at this year's Indianapolis 500 with Robert Schwartzman winning the pole and then having an awful Indy 500. So just because he won the pole doesn't mean that he's going to win the whole thing. I still have like ESMN or Pumps winning this race.
Yeah, we'll pull Cade in a moment. We're just trying to get the order sent to the head official here. We'll pull Cade in for a second. Caterator, do you copy?
Hi, what's up?
Hello. It's been a minute. Welcome to Jockey. You got pole in your debut. How do you feel?
I feel great. This is a good feeling.
It's your first race ever in Jockey, Cade. So it's some new guys, a couple guys you're familiar with. Do you think tonight is the day that you can get your first win in Jockey on debut?
I think I'll have a shot and I'll be up there all night long. I think it'll be close between Milk, Pumps, Rogue, everybody. There's lots of guys that are fast here.
What are your expectations for tonight? Besides obviously winning, do you think this is going to be? Do you think you can just go out and run away with this, or do you think that you're going to have to fight back a few times with some pit strategy between these other drivers?
I think pit strategy will be a huge factor with 3X wear, and yeah, I think I'll have to fight back. won't be dominance.
All right, well, good luck tonight, Cade. Congratulations on the pole on your debut.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You
you heard
heard
it
it.
there from your pole center. Cade in the 12, winning his first career pole in his first career start. That is definitely a story for that kid.
Yeah, Cade was always really dominant in the NASCAR Heat 5 era, so it's not a shock to see him on pole, but it's definitely kind of surreal to see a rookie qualifying on pole if on debut here in Jockey. We haven't seen that, I believe, since I want to say Red Cross in season 1 with the Heat 5 league at Atlanta, and we know how much of an emotional win that was for him.
Yeah, but speaking about Heat 5 and NASCAR 25, those games are like comparing apples and oranges. They are completely different. So seeing him have the success in another racing game that drives the complete opposite of the last one, like very impressive for him.
Yeah. By the way, looking over tonight's starting lineup, we've talked everyone's ear off about it already. Caterator is on pole for tonight. No surprise, starting his outside, it'll be Milk. Row number 2, it'll be Pumps and Mopar, followed by row 3, Sam out with a pretty strong qualifying run, qualifying 5th ahead of Bean Boy. Row 4 will be Rogue and Valvac. Row 5 will be Red Cross and ESMN, ESMN qualified 4th, but looks like he's gonna have to go to the back of the field. Unless
Yeah,
there's some other drama we don't know about.
yeah, that's very interesting. ESMN is not in the lobby.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the lobby. There's no time next to him, so I guess he had to drop to the back. And obviously NLS with a drop race, he'll get 11th, which I think is going to net him 5 points, which that's not a lot, but hey, that might be the difference between him winning or losing the regular season championship come race 10 of the season.
Yeah, definitely a thing to look out for Milk. If he can capitalize tonight, he could easily take that points lead. There's 2 race wins in the first 2 races for NLS.
Got it. Never mind, Eastman is not going to the back of the field. All right, cool.
So, very interesting incident there, but seems like cleared up from that. So just waiting for everybody to get ready for this 100-lap race here in Richmond with the Earth Pros.
Yeah, Esmond's gonna. Yeah, tonight's gonna be. It'll might only be 100 laps, but these guys are gonna. It's gonna be a long fight tonight for these drivers.
So as the pre-race festivities wrap up, ESMN will get his spot back. So he will not be starting last; he'll be starting 4th. So final race predictions, final winner predictions. Who you got?
I have to go. I said it. I'm sticking with my prediction here. I think it's going to be Milk, and I think it's going to be a Milk and Cade battle all night. But I think Milk's going to come out on top.
Yeah, Cade definitely surprised me there. As we are not going green here, we're doing the extra pace lap like he said. But Milk and Cade definitely will be the 2 drivers to watch. But do not count out ESMN. I am confident to say that I expect him to be running up front nearly the whole entire part of this race.
Yeah. I think a couple dark horse picks though. You have to look at guys like Sam and Velvet. They're starting towards the back of the field, 6th and 9th respectively. Haha, funny numbers. But both of these drivers are Sam still searching for his first ever jockey win, and Valvac searching for his first win in a hot minute. So look for these guys to be aggressive tonight on the short track. I don't know what they're doing on the pit stops. They're not beefing already.
Yeah, the aggression is already up here on the pit.
Oh wait, hold on. Never mind. It's a lobby issue. I just saw Sam disconnect.
Okay.
Yep, copy that. All right. While we're still waiting as the NASCAR 25, it's a new game, a lot of buggy issues. I think it's safe to say, last lap, we got to talk about some of the other stories, especially the guys making their first start since Daytona. Guys like Sam, just Sam for tonight. Yeah, Sam.
Unfortunate for Red Cross not be able to make it. He had a issue. I'm pretty sure Daytona took him out of it. Did not race Rockingham. Had a chase to come back. Unfortunate for him.
Oh wait, never mind. He's in the freaking. Wait, what? Where is he? I don't see him in the. Oh yeah, he's not in the VC. That's weird.
So, unfortunate to say this, but I don't know if we have anything else to talk about because of all the issues with the lobby. So,
Pumps just left the VC as well. What is going on?
yeah, this is very unfortunate. It looks like he's adding them back. So I think Pumps is going to be fine.
Yeah, he's also added Red Cross, so I don't know what's going on there in the 0-1 camp. Possible issues.
Nothing is basically confirmed until the green flag flies because I don't want to say any information and it be wrong after this issue.
Yeah, this pre-race show hasn't been. This is not the Daytona pre-race show, but I think it's just we got to get back in the saddle.
Hey, we're getting back in the saddle and we're grabbing it by its horns and we're taking control of this thing. And this pre-race show has been entertaining.
Absolutely.
So I guess since we've talked about anything we can talk about Richmond, we'll go back and since we both were in the booth for Daytona, what was some of your favorite moments from? Wow, what was some of your favorite moments from Daytona?
I think it's safe to say watching NLS not only just dominate the race, but also start dead last and dominate the race was a pretty cool sight. And we said it, we talked to everyone's ear off about it at Daytona, but NLS had not won a Daytona 500 in up to that point 5 tries in Daytona. So it was nice to see him win, and it was even more awesome to see him go back to back at Rockingham at NLS's home track, fittingly.
Yeah, that's very special for him. Going back to Daytona, though, some of my notable moments that definitely made me jump out of my seat. The finish for the halfway break was definitely exciting. Seeing Carson take it to the outside and then immediately get turned down to the racetrack, giving NLS the halfway win. I don't remember last week, but I know if NLS won the halfway, I do not know who won the halfway last week. But NLS won the halfway break at Daytona, won the Daytona race, and won Rockingham. If you won that halfway break, you'll have to inform me on that.
Pointing this out, actually, now that you bring that up, as of even though there's now been 63 points handed out, and obviously NLS isn't here tonight, just going from the 2 races we have fully completed, NLS has scored 61 of 62 possible points. He won the pole, the race, and the halfway at Rockingham, and obviously he won the pole the halfway and the race at Daytona. So NLS has scored all but 1 point, or now 2 points technically, as we've already done qualifying for Richmond, that he can as of right now. So 61 of 63 points for NLS, I'd give that's a pretty good grade. That's an A+ for him to start the season.
Yeah, so I bringing that up like I did. He did win that halfway break, and
where did he qualify?
Be ready. Green. Outside now.
Okay, well, he will get 10th place points, correct?
1 high. Clear up top. 1 low.
Okay, cool.
Clear low.
All right, they're getting ready to come take the green flag now as the drivers are getting in their starting lineup.
So looking ahead of the field, you have the underdog of Cade on the front row. Outside, it looks to be the 25 of Milk. Third place is Pumps with ESMN on the outside. That's your top 4. Going through 3 and 4, getting ready to start the 100-lap dash here in Richmond. Nighttime in Richmond is the right time for some short track racing. Here they come. Green flag flying, and a 100-lap dash for these ARCA drivers is underway.
Clear.
Great jump from the top 3. That's 3 Valvoline guys, and you see is that an old rivalry going to ignite tonight between Milk and Cade? The 2 drivers competing for the Valvoline Cup Series Season 5 and Season 6 champs are already going at it. They're side by side as they head into turn 3.
Yeah, they're still side by side for that race lead. Milk all the way up top. Cade on the bottom, side by side. Who's going to lead the first lap? Looks like Cade will.
Is that a slide job for chance?
I don't know. It looked like it. It was a great race on lap 1.
Milk trying to make the outside line work. He's running that Toyota. He's trying to make the Tyler Reddick line work. Big slide from ESMN coming off of turn number 2 as he tries to get a run on pumps.
Yeah, that slide seemed like it might have killed a little bit of momentum, but he's still on the back bumper of Pumps, trying to get third place away, driving down into turn 1. Can you give him a bumper run?
Inside.
Battle for the lead. Almost contact between the two leaders. They're still being attacked on each other. What is Pumps doing? I think Pumps has a bit of some, I'm just going to say, we got problems.
Yeah, he was on 2 wheels for no important reason, so can't really understand what happened there.
Milk looking like he's making that outside line work. He's getting the runs off the corners, but Cade is staying with him on the inside lane.
Oh, he's going to slide up into him. That might allow ESMN to get some ground on him. Here they come. Who's going to lead the lap? They've been side by side since the green. Give it to Milk.
This is some great racing from Richmond here. Cade looks like he's going to fall back a little bit. Does he try to slide up behind? Yes, almost in him.
Milk is clear for the race lead, and now that 25 Toyota machine is going to clear Cade and try to lead another lap today.
This is some exciting racing for the lead. Milk clear to the lead as we got a car slow on the front stretch. I think that's Pumps.
Yeah, after he had the incident on the back straightaway, his car has not been functioning correctly, so dropping from 3rd to basically dead last.
Yeah, right now, look at it. During the running order, Pumps currently the only car lap down off the pace. Sam has moved his way up to 4th after qualifying 6th. It's a great start for the driver of the number 48 machine. He needed it. He's not had 2 great weeks to start the year.
Yeah, Richmond Raceway is definitely a place where you can turn it around and show who's actually going to be dominating the season. Daytona and Rockingham, 2 unusual racetracks on the schedule. So going to Richmond Raceway, that definitely will show you who's actually going to do it.
Coming around to start lap 8. Already, Milk has pulled out about a 2-car length lead as Esmond gets in the wall for turn 4. Milk pulling a small lead ahead of Cade as it looks like the pole sitter and the debutee is trying to track down the 2-time Jockey Heat League champion.
It's definitely be a challenge for Cade to try to track down Milk, but Milk's no ordinary driver. You can't just drive it in deep open sticks. You got to methodically get to his bumper, give him the bump, and try to run away from him.
Yeah, these two have had beef before. Going back to the Valvoline Racing Dairies back when I used to league race. Oh, never mind, they're under caution.
Why? First time today here on lap 9.
Must be the issue for Pumps there after he fell, I believe, 2 laps down. He still scored in 4th place on the Heat 5 sheet. Wonder why that is. Because from we saw, he fell 2 laps down compared to us, but looking like tire wear is going to be an issue as they've only run about 10 laps and the tire wear is extreme.
Yeah, that's a very interesting situation going on with Pumps because he's not 4th place, but the leaderboard shows him 4th place, so he's scoring issues as the first caution of the day comes.
Yeah, we're going to have to keep an eye on the tire wear as we saw the right sides on ESMN's car were already down into the mid to low 70s. That's going to be big because, like we saw in Rockingham last week, tires were a big factor. We saw guys like Mopar trying to stay out for track position, but it just unfortunately didn't work out. Tires were the name of the game last week, very much unlike Daytona, so 2 races in a row where tire wear is a big factor. As we're going to see, looks like the first round is pit stops this time.
Back it down.
Yeah, with that tire wear coming into play, it seems like it'd be stupid to stay out, and it looks as though everybody's going to come into pit road, including your race leader Milk, Cade in 2nd, and ESMN in 3rd.
I want to point this out. Back in the Valvoline Racing Series, Milk and Cade had a fierce rivalry that spanned for over 2 seasons between the two of them for the Valvoline Cup Series Season 5 and Season 6 championships. Cade won the Season 5 championship and Milk won the Season 6 championship after Cade, I'm not even going to go into what happened with him there, but let's just say he got a little frustrated after one race and wasn't too pleased. But yeah, so is this going to be a continuation of that rivalry tonight, or are we going to see some clean, hard-fought racing? It looks like 1 car stayed on the track. That might have been Pumps.
Yeah, trying to get his lap back, as you see.
Stay on the line here.
Well,
1 inside.
16-second pit pit stop for ESMN. He comes off early. Everybody looks like they took 4 tires. I wonder if that's the right call for tonight, or do you want to do some strategy? Who knows? It's lap 11 here tonight, so no idea to see what people can play.
Yeah, top 4 stay the same right there. Palms is now apparently the race leader. I do not know what's going on there. Man, NASCAR 25, huh?
Well, it doesn't really make sense considering that he was literally breakdancing that stretch with his car somehow.
Outside.
He's hurt.
Clear, all clear.
Oh my God! He just blew through the back end of Cade.
Now the entire field has scored a lap down. What is going on here?
Well,
Outside now. Clear high.
that's unfortunate.
All right.
You're
Hey,
on.
because of that, what just happened, it looks like they're going to allow Cade. He will maintain his second place position, but he's going to be allowed to repair the car. It looks like a red flag is being displayed early in this one. What is going on here in Richmond?
Yeah, tonight's definitely been an interesting night. I mean, Halloween was last Friday, and we're in November. It's basically Christmas time, so any spooky situation happening should have came last week. He's wall riding.
I don't know what's going on with the 6-7 machine, but
No way.
this is some serious problems.
I don't even know what to say. I mean,
I'm a little
has had a lot of issues.
here's a word. I'm a little flabbergasted about what's going on. I've been flabbergasted by a lot of things today, but this is new. I don't think I've ever seen what's going on here. Pumps is just disconnected from the VC. We're gonna try and get some updates. What is going on here in Richmond?
Well, they're moving again, so the red flag seems like it's over with. The caution flag's now out. Looks like Cade's gonna go repair that car after he got completely demolished by Pumps. So it still shows Pumps as the race leader.
Pumps is actually out of the race, but because of the glitch, he's 2 laps down. Apparently, Pumps is mad at Sam for something. Don't exactly know what that's about.
One bottom. Clear inside.
Copy that.
All right. So hopefully that issue is over with, and we can get back to some short track racing here in Richmond.
I think in all my years of racing in Jockey, and I've been in here since day one, whether I've been a racer, a commentator, or just your average fan to piss people off, I think this might be one of the strangest things I've ever seen in the Jockey Racing League.
Well, considering that I've only watched 2 races, definitely the craziest thing I've seen, because Daytona actually went pretty smoothly, so, you know what I mean? It's going to happen. Every single race isn't going to be pitch perfect like Daytona, but hopefully we can just put this in the past and finish this race with a good note. I don't know if they're choosing there. I don't think they did.
I think they're still letting people repair for damage. I believe Sam just went on paperwork because I saw a red car going.
One low.
The Michael Merch is on my
Clear.
Bro. That's...
Outside now. Clear
I
outside.
don't know. Anyway.
That's a big topic, you know? He's like
Inside
a big
door.
dog.
I mean, I'm friends with him too on Xbox, but anyway, so let's stop bullshitting about that. Back to the race.
How unfortunate.
The pace.
Yeah, this is tough. You heard it from ESMN there, coming to 1 to go. Looks like the choose is going to be happening this time by.
Yeah, it looks like. So Milk is going to retain the race lead here. Cade is second. Esben is third. Sam is fourth. I wanted to say Valak was in fifth. Maybe it was Mopar. I think, yeah, I believe it was Mopar in fifth, Valak in sixth for the restart. Looks like Milk and ESMN will go to the inside, as well as Sam and Cade will go to the outside lane. Mopar jumps up to fourth.
Mopar jumps up to 4th place. He can get a good restart. He could go to 3rd.
Car outside.
So as the chaos is finally over with the pump incident, we are double file once again, getting to restart on lap 16 once we hit the line.
Outside.
That's
now.
actually lap 15. Remember, they paced for the first lap.
Yeah, I know, but it'll be lap 16.
One outside.
Right. Yeah, my mistake.
You're all good. All right, anyway,
Outside
coming
now.
through 3 and 4 after the first caution and the red flag. We're getting ready to see racing again at Richmond. Into the restart zone, green flag
Stay
back in the air.
low.
What a restart for Mill.
We saw it on the initial start. The inside line gets a great jump, and that's going to allow ESMN to make a move for
Still
second.
there.
What a move. Cade just went all the way up the hill.
Car low.
Oh my goodness,
They're
what a slide for ESMN. Losing ground as they're both in the
Clear
wall.
bottom.
Cade and ESMN in the wall. Mopar is going to take advantage.
We saw it last week. Mopar was actually stuck down almost 2 laps for the entirety of last race, but he rebounded with a late race gamble again and actually ended up winding up in 5th on the lead lap. So Mopar, no stranger to these short tracks and no stranger to playing the tires and fuel game. He's up to 3rd already. Strong start to the 46.
Yeah, that choose cone allowed him to go to the outside, and he ripped the top and passed ESMN, and now held on to his position too.
ESMN has fallen back down to 4th. No one in his rearview mirror for now. Looks like he's on his own little island for now, but 3-car battle for the lead. We'll see what can Mopar shake up the battle for the lead between Cade and Milk.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see how ESMN's car performs, because it seems like his car launches good, but once it comes down to like the first couple laps of the restart, his Cade looks like somebody hit the wall up front. But it seems like ESMN's car just kind of fades as the restart continues.
Looks like Cade has actually gone and taken the race lead there. He's making that outside line work.
Yeah, he's definitely ripping that top at Richmond. That's very interesting, especially the ARC car, as it looks as though Milk's going to slide up the racetrack and hand Cade that lead, as it looks like Mopar hit the wall.
Yeah. Mopar starting to fall back a little bit there. Looks like the early run advantage not going his way. ESMN runs 4th. Beanboy in 5th. He had a pretty strong run last week until the last few laps at Rockingham. And that's Rogue up into 6th. We haven't heard that name a lot this season. We heard him race at Daytona, but an unfortunate failure around lap 8 ended his day early. So tonight's the night. Can Rogue show his full potential here?
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what'll have to be out the 2. He's been dominant in this first quarter of the race. As ESMN in the wall, pretty significant contact there.
Is this Richmond or is this Darlington? Because everybody's hitting the wall tonight.
Anyway, yeah, but back when you hitting the wall, there's definitely been a lot of wall contact.
Yeah, it's gonna blast some damage for these cars. That can be for video game standards. That can add to longer pit stops if the drivers choose to repair the damage. As looks like the top 2, actually no, Cade is just pulling away here. The top 3 are getting more strung out here. Cade has pulled out to about a 9/10 of a second lead here, and we're only 23 laps into this race.
Yeah, it seems like pure dominance so far by those 2 races up front, Cade and Milk, who've had fierce rivalries in the past, but right now they are both putting those rivalries to the side from that other league and putting it to work here in this league.
Yeah, Cade running away here early. We'll have to see what can Mopar do. He's been pretty good with older tires here, slowly gaining in on Milk, but Milk also gaining in on Cade. The gap has been cut down already down to by half a second.
Yeah, now down to 3/10 of a second going out of turn 4. Just off of your screen. Now you'll be able to see him. Milk has closed that gap, and can he get him as we're officially quarterway through the races? ESMN with an issue off turn 4. What has happened?
Possible issue. That's going to be heartbreaking here. Esmond looks like he just unfortunate there for the 47 machine tonight. It's his home race. You know this is going to mean a lot to him, so hopefully he can get it back up to the front.
Yeah, very unfortunate for him, but also very unfortunate for the fans too, because we can't see what's going on at the front now.
Yeah, one driver making his way through the field. Sam has climbed back up to 5th once again there. The 48 machine showing some strong strides tonight.
Yeah, he was definitely a dark horse pick pre-race. I was definitely looking at him in my notes, definitely thinking that he could have something to do. Running 5th place, pretty good start. All right, you heard it from him. Second caution of the day comes on lap 27.
Already flying by through this race, already a quarter of the way through the race. And it's been the tale of 2 drivers. It's been the Cade and Milk show for this entire race so far.
Yeah, not very surprising though, seeing how
Alright,
good
bring it
those
in and
two have
driver
been
this
in
time.
other
Okay, make
leagues
any adjustment you
and in
need.
the history of this league. So it looks like everyone coming back down to pit road. Can somebody throw a wrench into this strategy? Maybe throw two tires on.
Or does somebody go with the ultimate gamble and stay out here? But it looks like everybody comes to pit road.
Yeah, I think you got to come to pit road and get this fuel, maybe at least right side tires, because those things have been wearing out very fast here at Richmond. But throwing two tires at it isn't a very risky move when it's this early, but when you do it maybe at an overtime finish, that would be a big change.
Yeah, we've seen it in real life. Two tires can make all the difference.
Yeah, definitely. You've seen it
One
last
driver
weekend.
just looked like drove straight through pit road, I believe. Mopar with the gamble.
Yeah, that's definitely a gamble. Maybe he just missed his pit box. So who knows? Because there's definitely been issues like that. Speaking
Careful
of
when you merge
Daytona,
in
last
now.
race I remember, ESMN did that. Same with Penske.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row, Esmond had an unfortunate pit error, cost him a good finish at Daytona, and it costed him the chance to get the second at Rockingham. So big. Hopefully, Esmond can learn from those mistakes and get some good pit stops tonight. Looks like they've been pretty clean so far. One driver, I think, just missed pit road. He's coming down now. I want to say that's the driver of the 16th tonight. I think that's Rogue. What a tough start to the night for him, as that'll put him in the back. But Mopar with the gamble here. We saw it last week in Rockingham. He was willing to stay out early and run long on a late race run, and it brought him.
One low. Clear up top.
I'll be there.
Okay, you heard it from ESMN there. Looks like Mopar. Who was it? Mopar
One
or Rogue
low.
that had the issue.
It was Mopar, or Rogue had the issue. Mopar is going to be the control car in the restart
One
here.
low.
Yes, the Mopar plays for the strategy. The control
One
car
bottom.
messing up this front pack. Green flag back in the air. So slide by the 25 of Milk. And they're three wide coming to the line. Here
Three
comes
wide
Kane trying to
between
make a move
ESMN,
into
Sam, and
turn one.
Ballack.
Clear high.
Esmond sends it deep into turn one.
Three
Oh,
wide.
there's contact by the 76.
Three
Oh,
wide.
around
Mopar
goes
goes
the
around.
Mopar. And they're crashing on the backstretch. ESMN
Clear low.
sideways. Can they
One
save
outside.
it? It looks like Valvex going to
Clear
go up the
outside.
track into the wall. I don't think the caution's out. No, they keep it green as the race leaders are sideways. What a battle.
I'm amazed only one car spun out there. Sam has been thrown into the mix too.
Yeah, 4 cars under a blanket for the race lead on lap 31 out of 100.
Down the back straightaway, it looks like Milk has gotten the race lead. Esmond trying to make a dive on the bottom, but Sam is looking as well. We've documented it this season and in the preseason. Sam still searching for his first ever win in the Jockey Racing League. Could tonight be the night for the 48? He's going to take a look on Cade.
What a slide! What a slide! Oh, he's sideways! He's gonna get turned! He's sideways
Clear
off
low if
turn
you want
2! And he is gonna save the race car, but what an unfortunate event for Cade! He's dominated this race, and he falls fourth.
We've seen it before. Sam is prone to using the bumper, but wow. Early in this race,
comes the
and he's
ESMN
going to
bumper.
deploy the bumper.
Car outside.
What a bump and run! Can he get to the inside? He will! Neck and neck off turn 2, but Sam's gonna prevail off 2.
And Milk is loving what he is seeing. His biggest competition got a bump and run out of the way, and the two cars that are trying to chase him are now battling for position. This is exactly what Milk wanted for tonight.
Man, look at the back bumper of Sam's race car just dented into hell as here comes ESMN to the inside. He says, if you're going to push me around, I'm going to push you back. They're side by side on the back stretch of the 3.
Sam with the run off the outside lane. That's been the tail. You can run both lanes at this track, but it seems like the outside lane is what you're going to get the faster run on. Sam is doing a hell of a job holding on to this 48 cars. He's just tapped the wall right there.
Yeah, here comes ESMN again. That's going to slide the 48 up the track. What a battle for second. Milk's loving it.
Milk has probably opened it up to about, I want to say, a 2.5 seconds lead. We don't have the leaderboard pulled up right now. But Milk is just, you can tell he's just loving it. As Esmond looks like he's going to get clear, but here comes Sam back to the bottom.
What a slide by ESMN. That's going to open the door for the 48. Now will Sam do the exact same thing that ESMN did to get that spot? Will he shove him up the track? Contact.
We heard it over the radio, Sam making some great adjustments to that 48 machine that's allowing him to compete in this position. And they're still side by side. This is looking like the pace laps, but twice as fast. Into the wall.
Squeeze him in the wall. This is a crazy battle down to one. They are neck and neck. ESMN's going to lift early, try to cross him over to the bottom. Inside of him. Sam, what a run.
These two drivers are beating and banging on each other, and Sam is not relenting. You know how bad he wants it.
ESMN's coming back now. What a battle. Probably the battle of the year so far, as ESMN nearly lost it off of 2. Can he drive it in harder this time? Sam is really loose. ESMN on the inside, almost at his door.
Side by side again. Big slide from both of them off the corner. Sam into the wall down the back straightaway.
Yeah, these tires, ESMN was a horrible entry. That's going to allow Sam to pull away. But these tires are definitely wearing quicker than these teams expected. I'm expecting pit stops in probably about like 10 laps or so.
Well, this end of the stage is happening in about 11 to 12 laps, so I wouldn't be surprised if some drivers try to stretch it out for points here. But right now, the question is, can Sam go and try to track down Milk as Bean Boy looking to come into the picture, along with Rogue running 4th and 5th?
Yeah, these cars are really loose here, or at least the 48 and the
47.
Yeah, the 47 of ESMN.
You know, we haven't seen a lot from Bean Boy. We saw him have some strides at Daytona and at Rockingham, but he just couldn't get the finishes he quite wanted. But he's running 4th right now, trying to make this a 3-car battle. Esmond, big slide off of turn 4.
Yeah, here comes Bean Boy into the picture. He's trying to upset this perfect little pack because there's a big shot.
One thing Milk does not want to see right now, that is a caution flag. He is sitting pretty right now with a 4.5 second lead over Sam. But right now, Milk is odds-on favorite to win this race as 3 cars battle Sam into the wall again.
But if there was a caution to come out here with around 9 laps to go in the half, this would allow drivers to play some strategy because we probably want to go back to about 5 or 4 laps to go. And the stage is sideways, goes ESMN. That caution is pulling him to that inside wall, begging him to spin out. But like I was saying with strategy, some drivers might go to stay out and get that very valuable point.
I think right now, ESMN is begging for some fresh tires right now. I think he used up his stuff early with the battle with Sam, and that's costed him in the long run here. So he's fallen down from being 2nd to now being 4th here with 7 laps to go in the stage. Or 8.
Yeah, he is driving that car like a bull, grabbing it towards the he's sideways again. Yeah, he is losing a lot of time. How much left in that right rear tire does he have left?
You can hear Esmond over the radio right now. He's complaining. He's screaming at the crew with the tires right now. He has no grip in that race car. Here comes Cade.
One outside.
Cade's trying to fight back, trying to get a top 5 in this stage. Nearly a crash in the backstretch, but there's about to be one if these cars get any more loose.
Cade and Rogue, we saw Rogue at Daytona. We know how much he wants this. Esmond trying to hold on to a stage point. Cade trying to get a stage point here after being almost spun by Sam on the back straight. And right now it's 3 drivers hungry for points early in the year. Might only be 1 point. Mopar falling a lap off the pace. Looks like he'll drop it down to pit road.
Yeah, his car must not have been handling very well, as you can see with everybody else in the field. As it looks like the battle that has fallen apart for ESMN, looks like he's going to have to be on the defensive mode and out of the offensive mode after he fell back with this loose handling race cars. Here comes, I think, Cade.
No, it's Rogue in the 16.
Oh, yes,
Here he comes to the inside. Pushes him up the racetrack a little bit. That's going to put Esmond back to 5th.
Yeah, Esmond falling back as Rogue gets past him in the top 5. ESMN is begging for the stage to be over with 4 laps to go.
Right now we have a little bit of discrepancy between Cade and Milk. Cade is trying not to fall a lap down right now. Trying to not, so he doesn't have to get the free pass here.
Yeah, that all started when the 48 as Sam got into Cade, and Cade went sliding sideways. That just messed up that tire well, strategy for Cade because he's been the best race car and he really didn't have to worry about anything, and now he's stuck in the back.
Yeah, right now, unfortunate start to Cade's race. Hopefully he can claw back and get back into this. As we are coming to 3 to go, when they hit 52, caution will be out and stage will be over. Or the first half will be over. But right, it's been a very eventful first stage. A very quick first stage, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, this stage has definitely been entertaining, though, just to the late parts of the stage. Cars sliding around everywhere, you see that from ESMN. But somehow these guys are handling these race cars, keeping them under control and being able to finish the stage off.
I'm starting to wonder right now, is this a Formula Drift competition or is this NASCAR? What are we watching here? Everyone is slipping and sliding. Is the track made of ice? Is this the Christmas Cup? What is going on?
Well, it could all be that together because everybody is sliding off the curb. It is definitely getting slippery out here in Richmond.
As we just heard from Milk, Milk will win the stage right there. That's great points for him. Sam, with a very strong one, will get P2. Bean Boy will get P3. Rogue 4th, he'll claim the last point, and ESMN 5th. Got it. Hey, what were the stage results? Rest of the stage results. We have the top 5. Oh, okay. Well, that's a problem. So, top 5 in the stage there. Milk, Sam, Bean Boy, Rogue, ESMN. We heard Mopar got a lap back, but all drivers are going to get laps back here. What an entertaining first half, wouldn't you say, last lap?
Yeah, definitely. That late half of that. Oh, the half after that last caution of the half was definitely entertaining. Everybody's slipping and sliding, but the big story is Cade dominated at least the first 25 laps of this race, and then falling back to the last 6 or 7 laps of the stage, just chaos erupted and all the tires just faded.
Yeah, we saw it right there, especially with ESMN. He was battling with Sam, but he used up his stuff and he just dropped all the way back. He dropped like a rock there. So he's going to have to do some adjustments here. Maybe some more conservation of the tires if he wants a shot here in the second half of the race.
One on the bottom.
I mean, personally, I don't think ESMN is going to change a single thing of what he did there. Even though his car fell off, you've seen how fast that car was. So the only thing...
Outside.
Oh!
That was vicious. I don't know who that was, but they just ate the sand barrels.
Got it. I don't know what happened with Rogue there, but he pulled a Kyle Larson 2023 Homestead.
Yeah, Kyle Larson 2023 Homestead if the sand barrels were filled with cement.
So, I mean, he got points on the stage, so I don't know, maybe that was his, like, victory celebration or something, but either way, that's gonna cost him some time here. Race off a pit road. The lead there. I think Cade got the race lead there. I believe. I want to say. I can't exactly tell. Maybe that. No, that looked. I don't know. I can barely tell. The quality of the stream is not pixel perfect, but it's a red car, so I want to assume it's Sam because Mopar is a lap down. Yeah, it looks like Sam. Oh, he's coming to pit road. It looks like
Sam feeling the pit road. It looks like that's going to give the lead to Milk.
Got it.
Alright, so...
Got it.
Okay, so... Coming to, what would it be, 49 laps to go when they hit the stripe?
I think it's going to be more than 49 to go. I think it's going to be like
3 wide.
45, I want to say, to go. Somewhere around there.
So, again, I'm new here, so don't know judges. Does pace laps count, or do pace laps not count?
Inside now.
Pace laps do count.
Okay, pace laps do count. So there will be like 46 laps to go.
Nice. So
Still
a
there.
lot of miscues there on pit road, especially with guys like Rogue driving into the barrels and Sam having to come in on pit road twice. Both of them are going to have to rally back in this stage, but there's still plenty of time and still plenty of action to be had here at Richmond.
Yeah, as Valvac taking the outside line, Milk on the inside, restarting in the final stage here at Richmond. Green flag back in the air as an awful restart on the outside line.
It's been a common theme this season that the inside line has just been the preferred lane as both Valak and ESMN in the wall. Here comes
Big
Sam!
contact. Big contact by the 48. They're nearly 3 wide off the corner. ESMN hard in the wall.
And
Clear low if you want it.
these guys are getting aggressive. They know it's only they know it's only about 20 minutes of racing left. These drivers know every point is going to matter here in these final 40-something laps.
Looking at 3 abreast up front. Big shot from
Four wide almost.
This is getting insane. The anticipation is ramped up as they're still sliding, beating and banging down in a 3.
And all the commotion, Cade is driven back up to second. He was in danger of falling a lap down at the end of that stage.
Yeah, that's going to come back into play. Cade finally up front. He's going to be able to track down Milk, most likely, because he seems like he has the faster race car. And that's going to be one hell of a battle.
3 wide here for 4th spot between Rogue, ESMN, and Sam. Slide off the corner from ESMN. Looks like he's going to get the spot for now.
One low.
Sam and boys the bumper.
Yeah, Sam through the bumper, and he's going to get his ESMN to the wall. He's going to use up by both Rogue and Sam. And here comes Bean Boy.
Bean
Boy there, Mopar there as well, but he's still a lap off the pace. He's going to need a caution to get back into this one. And it's a 5 cars under a blanket for 3rd position. The 2 leaders are gone.
ESMN got used up by Bean Boy, got stuffed in the fence, and Bean Boy now slaps the wall.
I think that was a little bit of retaliation there from ESMN.
Yeah, ESMN cannot be happy after what just happened. He was in 3rd place and got used up by everybody.
Big battle for 3rd between the 2 Pennsylvania boys, between Valak and Sam. Looks like Sam has the position. Valak trying to get back. Rogue looking to come into the picture as well as ESMN.
Man, Rogue in the wall slightly. You guys gotta watch out flapping this wall. That could send those tires spiking down in percentage and could have a flat coming.
Cade has also gotten back to the race lead. We knew it was a matter of time, but we didn't think it'd be coming 5 laps after the restart. Cade has got a rocket ship under that 12 machine.
Yeah, he's coming for sure. Don't know how far back. Oh, he's right there. Cade is on the bumper of Mill.
Side by side, still for 3rd between Valak and Sam. Ooh, Valak's going to slide up the track. This is going to allow ESMN to get back into it.
Yep, Valak just barely cleared himself off the bumper of Sam. Sam's not going to be too happy. He's going to give him the bumper.
This is the greatest, this might be one of the greatest battles here. We've had 5 cars challenging. Here comes ESMN.
ESMN threw it to the bottom, throwing it in the corner, getting absolutely punted by the 76 of Valak. They can be 3 wide off the 2. It's going to be Sam on the wall.
Oh, and with big hit.
Hard crash on the back straight away. And crashing time. That's going to have to be a caution.
Caution flag is out.
Mopar involved, and that's probably the biggest crash of the day so far. One of your contenders of the race, ESMN, slides off turn 2 and gets pummeled in the inside wall, and Mopar is also collected in his lead.
I think Valak was trying to, Valak was trying to bump draft him into the corner like Daytona, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, he hit him about 6 or 7 times, and it set the car up into.
We know.
Yeah, he just got sent into turn 1, and that just sent a chain of unfortunate events for that 47 car.
Yeah, that was a lot of great battling though, especially for 3rd. And that's going to bring the 2 leaders right back into this picture. Cade has gotten back to the race lead. It's been an up and down day for the 12 machine, or maybe, up and down day for the 12 machine.
All right, let us know what
but looks like as long as he doesn't get pummeled, looks like Cade is going to hold on to this one, or at least he's going to have to fight for it with Milk.
Back it down.
Yeah, around 37 laps to go here in this race. The anticipation picking up as drivers come back to pit road to get repairs and new tires. Black flag.
Nope. Must have been speeding on the pit road there for ESMN.
It doesn't seem like it'll matter much anyway, considering that he was one involved in the crash. He'll probably have to start back.
Mopar should be getting back on the lead lap by the way, so it's going to be 8 cars battling for the win here at Richmond.
I'm really excited to see which one of the 2 dominant race cars of the day is going to come out on top. Milk and Cade have been absolutely dominant today. But Cade, I feel like he has a little slight advantage considering how much he's gone through today.
Close race off pit road there between Cade and Milk. Looks like Cade got the edge, followed by Milk, and then it was Valvac in third.
Yeah, unfortunate for ESMN sitting on pit road repairing that damage. Hopefully he doesn't go a lap down because of this, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, as ESMN, he was one of the favorites coming in. He's been beaten and battered throughout this entire race, but he's a tough competitor. I think I wouldn't count him out of it yet, especially if the two leaders get together.
Yeah, ESMN's lucky there that they could repair that race car in time because they were coming on the front stretch as soon as he got finished.
Yeah. They're coming to the choose cone this time. Looks like it still says black flag for ESMN. I wonder what that's about.
Outside.
Oh, looks like he has to come back down pit road.
Yeah, very unfortunate for him.
ESMN with a speeding penalty, so that'll put him to the back of the field. It's gonna be an uphill climb for him in this final run of the race.
These first few weeks have been very interesting for ESMN. Having that fourth place at Rockingham definitely soothes the burn from Daytona, but again, pit road issues this season has been a big mishap for that George Double.
Yeah, whether it's been just miscues, missing pit road entirely, or in today's case, pit road speeding penalty. Pit road has just not been kind to ESMN this season.
Yeah, definitely. Very unfortunate. But he'll get back caught up to the field. And it'll be very interesting because it's going to be about 33 laps to the finish.
They have already gone green, by the way. ESMN is not caught up with the field. They are green.
Oh, I did not realize that. ESMN is way behind. Well, the field is very far from our perspective. Looks like Cade took the lead on the restart.
Yeah, Cade in the lead, battle for fifth between Beanboy, Mopar, and Valvac. Mopar getting back in its race after being multiple laps down from the wreck with not with the wreck with ESMN, but just some poor strategy calls in the first half of the race.
Yeah, it's been an up and down day for many drivers, but one driver who's been on top for the whole entire day is Milk, which he has fallen back from the race lead, currently sitting second.
Valvac got separated from the pack there. Looks like some contact with the two drivers he was battling with.
Yeah, but very, very unfortunate for ESMN, you know. Had a decent race going and has a high position of third, and now he's currently sitting 8th position. So, hopefully can recover, but he needs a caution.
From what it sounds like, the reason Valvac is falling so back, some contact with Sam unfortunately sent him sliding, and unfortunately he's fallen back down to 7th. Doesn't seem like there's any hard feelings between those two, so we'll see. But we'll see how that transpires after the race.
Yeah, ESMN fighting that race car. He's been fighting that race car ever since he had that loose handling issue. But one driver who's not had many issues today with their race car, and it's being Cade, who currently is the race lead.
Yeah, after getting almost flat out. Well, not flat out, no, but getting pretty spun around in stage 1, costing him some valuable stage points. Cade's climbed all the way back to the lead after qualifying on pole position, so it's been a strong day for the 12 machine, especially in his debut.
Yeah, if he's able to win this, it's basically going to send an eruption to the whole entire Jockey Racing League, showing how he basically just came in and stole the show. He'll definitely be one to watch next week.
Yeah, he's kind of like it's reminding me of a lot when Shane Van Gisbergen came into the NASCAR Cup Series out of seemingly nowhere and started dominating, you know, especially on the road courses. But we've known Cade, we've known how good he is in racing leagues, arguably one of the best Heat 5 league races of all time, only rivaled, but I'd say maybe Milk and maybe even NLS. But tonight, she's showing his true muscle.
Looks like ESMN is catching Valvac, the first car he's seen in a good minute.
Yeah, it's just hopefully Esmond's going to need a caution here if he wants to get back into this race. Because
yeah, basically the whole entire field needs a caution besides the 2 race leaders.
Yeah, no one's going to be able to catch the 2 leaders unless those 2 get together. Or, as you said, we get a caution.
It'd be really interesting. I'd like to see, just from a fan's perspective, considering how dominant Milk and Cade has been, like to see a caution fly around like 7 laps to go. That would definitely throw a wrench into things, but allow about 4 laps left to see if anybody wants to stay out and reverse the tragedy.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting take here. We saw last week at Rockingham Carson, who was not in the race today, controversial Carson, after he's been known to get in arguments with people after races. He stayed out last week, but Rockingham being a very tired, degrading track, he was unfortunately not able to hold on to it. Fell all the way back down to 6th on the final restart. But we've seen tire wear here tonight, but it's not been as bad. It's been, of course, we've seen a lot of drivers getting loose, but it hasn't been as terrible. So will we see somebody? Oh!
And they're crashing. He is the man in the wall hard. Valvac just slammed the inside wall. Big crash for him.
Big caution. Big red caution is out, and that is not what Caden Milk wanted to see.
For those 2 drivers,
We got it.
I wonder if that almost was like a spin gate. Because, man, very interesting to see Valvac just go up the track like that.
I think Valvac was trying to just make a block on ESMN, because it looked like ESMN was rapidly closing in on Valvac that entire run. Looks like Valvac just tried to make a block and he just misjudged it, and that put them both in the wall. But that does let them both back into the race. But that's a little suspicious there between those 2 drivers.
Well,
Bring it
I don't
in
really care.
All right, let us know what you need,
this
bud.
racing incident that throws a great amount of strategy into this thing, because it's gonna be about 22 laps to go currently.
They're gonna, judging off when they ended the first stage, I'm gonna assume they're gonna, and the checkered flag is gonna come out as they're starting. They cross the start finish line to start lap 102.
Yeah.
But right now it's Cade in the lead, Milk in second, Mopar is up to 3rd, Sam is in 4th, Bean Boy is in 5th, Rogue 6th, ESMN 7th, Valvac 8th, Pumps 9th, out of the race early after the craziest caution we've ever seen early on. Red Cross 10th, didn't even make the start, and NLS 11th with a drop race.
And here they come to pit road. Who stayed out? Looks like Bean Boy did. Huh, very interesting. This restart's gonna be fun.
We'll have to see if that's actually a stay, or like what happened with some drivers in previous races this season, if he just forgot to pit.
I don't know. He was in line for the pit road and he pulled out. I think it was planned, and I kind of like it. It's very interesting. I don't know if he'll have enough gas to make it to the end, but he's making it interesting.
Yeah, you got to take risks here, Jockey. I mean, sometimes they don't work out, but hey, even if they net you just one small position, that one position can mean a lot in the long run of this season.
So looking on your race off pit road, who's going to get off first? Everybody currently having their pit stops. Looks like, who is that just took the lead? Cannot tell.
It was Cade, Milk, Sam, Mopar, Rogue. Probably going to be ESMN and Valvac. Some more damage repair for the 47 machine, though.
Well, that 47 machine's back to...
Copy that.
That's what it looked like to me. He was in line to come to pit, and I seen him turn out, and that's the first thing I was thinking is, man, he's playing some strategy, and I love to see it.
Yeah. Choose cone here. Can Bean Boy hold on with those older tires or will he get mollywopped on this restart?
Oh, he's definitely going to get mollywopped on this restart, but I appreciate it. Oh, choose cone hit by Rogue. I don't know if that means anything.
That's usually not a penalty in Jockey. It's only if you don't choose, then that's a penalty.
Alright, so coming to 19 laps to go here in Richmond. Crunch time for the drivers, but it's coming to nighttime, and nighttime is the right time, and they're crashing. That's Cade.
Clear
on the restart.
Clear.
What happened on the they're going to redo it, but what happened with the 12?
Oh my. Cade got hooked in the outside wall pretty viciously. ESMN seems unhappy with some of the drivers as that happened, so very controversial on that. Will they give him his position back?
And we have Sam. He's losing it over the radio. Was he the one that got in the Cade? It looked like it. There was 2 red cars on the outside. It was either Sam or Mobar that got into the back of Cade. What has happened at Richmond? And Sam, one of the underdogs in this race, he's been having a strong run, a consistent factor in the top 5 all day. Is this race over for him?
Yeah, they're definitely going to let
Clear
some of the
low.
drivers. Well, he pulled back out, but looks like a few other drivers have come back down the pit road after that mishap on the restart. Just very insane. I'm surprised that they called that off, considering that they looked like they got to the restart zone. But anyway, the restart got called off, and we're going to attack this.
From what Cade's radio said, there was only one thing said, and all it said was, "I got totally wrecked." And from what it looked like, yeah, he did get totally wrecked. So that's unfortunate. He'll be allowed to keep his position, but what are we going to see on the restart here? If they're getting aggressive just coming to the restart, how are they going to be on the racetrack?
Yeah, someone must have jumped that restart and pushed Cade in the outside wall. 'Cause yeah, they weren't in the restart zone yet,
Car
but they were
outside.
getting ready to, and
Clear
somebody
outside.
just jumped the gun and caused a stack up on there. So, late in the going,
Clear outside.
having some stack ups, definitely not uncommon here.
Outside, clear high.
So no change for the restart here. So everybody's going to be in their same spots. But this kind of settles into Bean Boy's favor here a little bit, because he stayed out. This is allowing him to, or allowing some. I mean, it's only under caution laps, but these other guys, it's giving them some wear on their tires. And as we've seen in both real life racing, as the drivers with new tires, as their tires wear out, it kind of just evens the playing field even more here. So what are we going to see on this restart here?
Yeah, coming to 17 laps to go here. And Bean Boy definitely got an advantage if anybody did. So restarting,
Clear
once
inside.
again, hopefully no issues happen this
Clear.
time. Coming to the restart zone. Who's going to
inside.
prevail? I'm guessing the inside line might this time again. They're banging
Up
doors
through
coming to
here.
the line.
Up through the gears, Bean Boy with a great restart. He's clear into 1. Milk on the inside. Bean Boy
he
side to
watched
the
out.
racetrack. They're
Outside
3
door.
wide.
Here comes Milk for the race lead. Bean Boy's going to
wide.
slip back to third with contact.
Clear
Sam
high.
on the wall. Almost
Outside
turns the
door.
ESMN. They're banging
outside.
doors in 3. A big
Clear
shot
inside.
from Sam.
One wide.
Nobody wrecks it, but they were
Outside door.
sliding like it was a drift
Three wide.
competition back there. And it's
Car outside.
Milk and Cade side by side
Car inside.
again. It's cinematic of the first 15 laps.
Cars in the
One on the
wall
bottom.
sliding, but
Clear
up
inside.
front or side by side for the race lead. It's Milk and Cade in the wall, and they're wrecking.
They're
Leaders
wrecking.
crash for the race lead. It's a big crash, and Valvac's gonna come through, and the caution will fly.
And Sam is up to second with the ESMN up to third.
Oh my
Outside now.
goodness,
You're all
we
clear.
have a race on our hands here, boys. Oh my God,
Wow.
the flag's gonna come back out.
I don't know what I just saw.
I don't have any words,
Bring
but
it in
if I
this
did
lap,
have
doesn't
any
make any
words, all
difference.
hell broke loose there.
I think more than all hell broke loose. I think these guys forgot how to drive for a second.
Oh, those 2 race leaders were getting into each other. They knew what they were getting into, but just one of them overstepped, and they both spun on the inside wall. Hard crash. That had to be the biggest crash tonight.
Yeah, that was big hits, especially from the 2 leaders. Both of them, they're fast, but we saw even in the first run, although Cade did lose a lot of time, he wasn't really able to gain a lot of that track position back. He actually ended up net losing a lot of spots in that first stage after he got spun. So it might be close quarters here, but can
Out front,
Cade
might go.
actually get back to the front? When Milk?
Well, if ESMN can get a good pit stop here, he might be able to get the race lead. He doesn't look like he's going to play any strategy, so nothing should change much. But going back to the race leader situation, definitely shocking considering how clean they've raced each other tonight.
Yeah, Valvac's going to win the race off curve, followed by Sam. Rowe jumps up to third. ESMN falls down to fourth.
So,
One
who is
inside.
going to win this race now? Our 2 favorites wrecked each other. They'll be starting in the rear. Who are you looking at now?
Clear low.
I mean, we said it in the pre-race. 2 of the dark horses of Valvac and Sam. Sam's had a really strong run today. I wouldn't be surprised at all the way he's been running today if Sam wins this race. But Valvac is the control car on this restart, and if he picks inside, we know how good the inside line is on these restarts. I think it's going to be one of those two.
One low. Clear inside.
Okay, 11 laps to go on the restart. ESMN chooses bottom. That bottom inside line has always prevailed on the restart, no matter who is on what tires. So looking to see if Valvac can get away.
One thing to point out, though, their inside line might be the best car on restarts, and Valvac is the control car. But on other restarts, even though Valvac this is the first time Valvac's been on the control car today, he hasn't been the greatest on restarts, so we'll see how truly good this inside line is for this restart, as it's going to be Milk up in 6th for the restart, and Cade in 7th.
Stay low.
They're going to have to do some work here on these 11 laps. It's going to be an 11-lap dash to the finish in Phoenix. Are you ready, last lap?
Well, we're actually in Richmond, not Phoenix.
I can't. I'm stupid.
Anyway, green flag flying after the leaders crash. Newton's up front. 11 to go in Richmond.
One inside.
Even launch between the leaders, but Valvac got away a little better. Esmond puts the bumper to him.
Hometown boy trying to come through, but Valvac could have gapped him off too.
Valvac is one of the most aggressive racers in the Jockey League. He's like the Ryan Newman. He's pretty fast in qualifying. He doesn't win a whole heck of a lot, but he's also one tough customer to pass. But that's not the case here. ESMN to the lead with 10 laps to go.
ESMN throws in the wall. Valvac down to the bottom. There's contact made. ESMN shuffling up the track. Milk coming back through.
Milk to 3rd, Cade to 4th. They are flying.
Around goes ESMN. Hard crash into turn 3. Oh, it's a big one here at Richmond. The caution flag will fly. What an incident here in the closing lap here at Richmond.
Milk into the wall, and that collected Sam. 3 of the favorites
Bring it in, pit this time.
in the wall. Cade jumps back up to 2nd, and that's bad news for the rest of this field.
Oh my goodness, what a show these guys are putting on. Valvac and ESMN beating and banging allow the dominant drivers of the day to get back to the front, and it causes about 4 or 5 cars to crash
Slow down.
into turn 3.
Hey, I gotta run. I gotta go do something really quickly. I'll be back in 30 seconds.
Okay. So as some of the guys involved in that crash, they will come down to pit road as you look at ESMN's onboard camera. Going to look, thinking back on that crash, just ESMN has been put in the tightest positions all night. You see how loose the car was earlier. Then he fell back. He was nearly a lap down after the issues. He sped on pit road, missed the restart, got back up to 1st, and then a huge one ensues, and he falls back to the rear. So as he repairs the damage, look behind him at Milk. He was also involved in that one. He's dominated this thing. So very unfortunate, but it allows more controversy and more anticipation for this finish.
Stay on your blend line here.
I think your race leader is going to be Phil Valvac as he kept the race lead, I think. So we're closing down to the final laps here in this race. Around 7 laps to go.
7 laps is a lifetime.
Inside. Car low. Inside now.
All right. Yep. All right.
Bottom.
So after the big one in turn 3, coming to the line, we will have 7 laps to go.
Inside.
6 laps to go. There's 7 laps to go. Here Richmond going to the restart zone. Green flag and air on the outside line. Stacks up. Cade gets sideways. Valvac back to the race lead.
Valvac to the lead, Mopar on the inside, but Cade has been so strong on that outside line. Valvac's going to move to block, and the Mopar is going to go to the lead.
3 wide, 4 wide, 5 wide. They're crashing behind him.
I think my voice just cracked like 7 times. Oh my god.
Will the caution fly? I couldn't tell how many cars were involved in that wreck. We'll have to see.
Yeah, slowing down. Caution is out. Caution is out.
So, we all know the saying, cautions breed caution. But how many cautions will it take to finally get one lap in?
Now the question is here, they are on lap 96 of this race. Do we get one more green flag overtime?
One on the bottom.
Not overtime. One more green flag attempt, or do we go
Clear
straight to
inside.
overtime? Bean Boy just drove it into the inside wall.
Yeah, this race has turned upside down for many. As I can't not believe that this race was so tame earlier, and now seeing all this chaos, it's been crazier than Daytona.
Hey, don't look now, but two of the guys involved in that last caution, ESMN and Sam, are back up to 3rd and 4th. This is not... I don't care who the favorites are at the beginning of the race. This is anyone's race. With coming to most likely 2 laps to go.
If you look ahead,
Copy that.
all right, so you heard it from ESMN. It'll be a 2-lap shootout, not in overtime, still in regulation. Who is going to win this thing? I don't even know if they're going to be able to complete those 2 laps without having another caution.
I honestly don't know who's going to... I feel like anyone that's still in this race, which is still 8 cars, has a shot here. But right now...
I'm going to throw it out.
Clear up top.
I'm going to throw it out there, and I'm going to say Sam picks this win up. I just feel like it's going to be fitting for this crazy finish to have a crazy underdog winner. And here comes the choose cone. Sam's going to choose the outside, starting on the front row. The outside is not prevailed. You can see Milk and Mopar on the bottom. They're going to try to get something done.
One bottom.
Oh, I've been wrong the whole time. That is Milk, not Cade. Holy cow, that's going to be so bad.
One bottom.
Anyway.
So here we go. Richmond Raceway providing a 2-lap shootout.
One on the bottom.
Can Sam or Mopar upset this
Clear,
whole
clear.
entire field,
One
stealing
low.
away from Cade and Milk?
It's 8 drivers with a shot to win.
Inside now.
2 laps,
Car outside.
2 laps, a mile and a half. Who's got the magic? What did Rogue just do? Oh, Rogue is getting that back. The green! Sam with the great restart from the outside lane!
What a run from Sam driving down into turn 1. Can ESMN get the bumper? He will. Sam slides. Milk
Big
coming
shot
through
from
on the
Milk.
bottom. Wow.
Big shot from Milk,
on the
and it
bottom.
looks like Mopar's going to be out of it.
Sam in second place trying to run down Milk. ESMN going for it. Here they come. White flag in the air. One more time around for Milk. Cade coming through. Can he do anything?
Clear bottom.
Can Cade get there in 1 lap as they go through turn 1 for the final time?
One high.
ESMN trying to get to the inside of Cade. Can Cade get a run? He's coming. Can Cade do something? ESMN slides. Final time
One
into
inside.
3. Cade drives it in.
Austin Dillon move!
And there,
One
sideways, checker flag. Milk is going to win at
Inside.
Richmond and capitalizes
Up high.
here
Clear
in
high.
Virginia as ESMN spins across the line.
Valvac gets 3rd. I don't even know who got 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. What a finish.
Wow, Richmond Raceway, how about that one?
What a
That
race.
Cade gave it all. Cade was the fastest car on that racetrack. I don't know how many positions he gained in those final 2 laps. But all I know is he went from the rear to the rear bumper of Milk in the final corner. Milk went all the way up the hill, but Cade got sideways and it just wasn't enough.
What a finish here from Richmond. I almost said Phoenix again. Man,
Outside now.
I'm speechless. Oh, we got beef.
Yeah. I don't know where ESMN ended up finishing, but very unfortunate. Final lap, he was sitting in 3rd, and I know he ended up backwards across the line. Not what he wanted to see here in Richmond, his hometown track, but what all the fans wanted to see was a great finish, and you definitely got that today. Probably one of the best finishes
Inside
of the
now.
season.
Clear inside.
And we got a lot of beef in the chat. Cade is already calling it a show, and we've only been done with the race for 5 minutes.
Well, I'm just gonna say, if you call it a shit show, you're part of the shit show. So it's all up to you guys. So you can't really call it a shit show if you're part of the shit show.
What a finish here. We'll pull Milk in here for his post-race interview, and that is some much-needed points. He didn't get max points today, but that's definitely going to bring him closer to the championship here. We'll bring him in.
Inside door. 3 wide.
is what it is, man. I'm sorry. Wish I could
Milk,
come
do
down.
you copy?
I gotcha.
Well, it took a few races, but you got your first NASCAR 25 win in probably the craziest way possible, and you've closed the gap to NLS in the points. How do you feel?
The adrenaline is pumping for sure. That was a crazy way to get my first win. I feel like my whole career I've gotten some pretty crazy wins. So I don't think there's a better way to get my first one on this game.
Yeah, it was you had to battle back a lot through that race. We saw like 2 cautions before the the final restart there. You were in the wall with ESMN and Sam. How'd you battle back through it?
I think I got one of those good restarts. The whole like top 4 or something washed up. There was a huge gap on the bottom. I was able to take it. I think on the final restart I did. I drove it in a little deep into 1. I know I might have given Mopar a little bit of a bump, but it wasn't as bad of a set as maybe he thought it was. But I definitely think I gave him a little bump. But when it's the fastest car and you don't want to get and you need to get to the front as fast as you can, I think it's a valid bump for sure.
Well, congratulations to you, Milk. Your first win in NASCAR 25, and this is going to be big for you in the championship.
Heck yeah, thank you.
All right, next in, we'll bring in Cade, who looked like he had to do something crazy there to get the win, but unfortunately just didn't work out.
Oh,
Cade Raider, do you copy?
what's up?
Cade, you, just like Milk, had a pretty up and down day there. What happened there on that final restart? You came out of nowhere to get second.
I threw in some very crazy adjustments, hoping that they would work, and they definitely did. But there wasn't enough laps for them to do anything for the win.
Yeah, but there's a lot that I think you can be proud of here. You won the pole. You didn't exactly get the stage points there, but you come home second. Do you think this shows that you are here and you are here to stay in the Jockey Racing League?
Yeah. Here to contend for sure. The race was way more chaotic than I had planned on. I went from last to first probably more times than anybody else.
Yeah, well, it was definitely an up and down day for you, but congratulations on the second place, and hopefully we see you next week.
Yeah, thank you.
Next up, a driver who needed a good run today, and that was Valvac. The man in Vac, do you copy?
I got you. I got you.
Well, Valvac, you haven't had the greatest first 2 weeks in the Jockey Racing League besides the 4th in Daytona, but an unfortunate failure last week netted you with, I believe, an 8th place finish. But you rebounded with a podium today in probably the most Valvac way possible. How do you feel?
That was just a race of attrition, or I mean nutrition, depending how you look at it. But I didn't really expect to do much. Richmond is one of my least favorite tracks. The ARCA car was just so underpowered. I just didn't have any lateral grip anywhere. So as soon as it came down in overtime on the last caution, I figured I had taken 2 tires the last 2 times in a row, so I was on old lefts. I just decided to come down and take 4, and that was the right call. Gave me the grip I needed to wheel this 76 car to P3. Glad for my Valvac Fish Food family of driver Milk to get the win. I'm glad I got P3. I really did not expect that. Just happy to get points on the board after the issue we had last week at the Rock. And looking forward to next week.
All right, we'll look forward to it next week. And that's your 3rd place finisher, Valvac. Next, we'll bring in Sam. Sam, do you copy?
Yeah, hello.
Howdy, howdy. What a good race for you today, Sam. You were up front. You contended for the podium for actually most of the day. You bring it home P4. You came up a little bit short, but I think you have a lot to be proud of here. What are your thoughts?
My expectations coming into this race were not very high. I practiced a butt ton before the race. Probably had 100 laps total practice, so I've ran a lot here past day. I'd like to thank the 48 ARCA car. Good car. Made correct adjustment at the around lap, I think 25, and I could drive the shit out of that car. very happy. Much needed stage points for me to get my hopefully make the chase. Top 5 at the end of the race. Just short track racing. Chaotic race towards the end. Yeah, I do feel bad for wrecking Cade twice tonight. I really do feel bad. Me and Esmond had a legendary battle. In like the end, probably halfway through stage 1. Oh no, it was just a great race. Contending most of the day. Very happy. Much needed points again. Look, on to next week, so very happy. What is next week, actually? Charlotte, okay, so Charlotte, interesting. Hopefully my truck can handle good Charlotte, but yeah, very happy today. So thank you.
Good result today, Sam. We'll see you next week in Charlotte.
Thank you.
Next up, we'll bring ESMN in. ESMN, do you copy?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. Well, you got thrown around like a punching bag there. You finished P5. How do you feel after what happened there, especially on that last lap?
A mixed series of emotions. Probably something like that, yeah. I don't know, honestly. I'm very, very confused.
I am too. Both of our commentators were confused.
Yeah.
You looked like you had a really fast car tonight. Do you think if you just had worked on the adjustments earlier, do you think you could have been up there more and contended for the win more?
I honestly don't even know. It kind of became a crapshoot at the end there, but in a good way, a short track way. Just not much I could do there at the end. There is something I can do in this for the future. We'll get back to that in a moment, though. It could have been better, but I'm also not really upset because at the end there, everybody was crashing. So I'll take what I can get. I'm glad I didn't get a bottom half finish technically. I guess you want to count cars running, it was. But if you want to count Red Cross not starting the race, then I finished top half.
Yeah.
But on to next week at Charlotte and Trucks, running a great patriotic truck. Really excited for it. Hoping to win there. Unfortunately, the home win was not there. The storyline was not there. It's very tragic. But on to next week. Hopefully, with the points calculations, I'll be still in the chase, but I'm just not 100% sure at this point in time. And one final thing. Valvek, if you rewatch this for the next race, you got one coming for that. I get it, it's short track racing, but you do it to me, and I'd say it's justified if I give it back to you. Just letting you know. So just keep you on your toes.
A little bit of short track smack talk here from ESMN here at Richmond.
I guess in the famous words of Denny Hamlin, short track racing. No, I'm kidding.
ESMN with a P5 here tonight, and probably the most goofy interview ever.
Short track racing.
And last but not least, we'll bring in Mopar. Mopar, do you copy?
Yes, I copy.
All right, it was an up and down day there for you. Look, one of those last restarts, you were in a great position to win. You were first on the restart. You were the control car. It just didn't work out. What happened there?
Well, I'll send you the picture of the aftermath of what happened because my bumper is completely totaled, and I don't know what to say because I think being shafted like that was just, I think that was the last resort for me because, to be honest, I know everybody's got clean tires, but like, damn, you had to do it like in turn 1. I had full brakes, and all of a sudden the 25 had, to be honest with you, I don't know what to say. It's just, I'm just lost for words. I just lost this race again. I probably lost points after this because, I don't know. It's just hard right now.
Very emotional Mopar there. Unfortunate night into his night, but hopefully in Charlotte next week, Mopar, you can get a good result.
Oh, we'll see. That depends because I don't know. This is the first time I ever raced an ARCA car. I love these ARCA cars. Other people don't, but to be honest with you, when people just clobber you in the back bumper, which that's what the aftermath I'm gonna send you through Xbox is. That's what happened. My back bumper is completely all the way to the chassis, and I don't know how to fix that. So other than that, I'll see you guys in Charlotte.
All right, and that was Mopar with an unfortunate 7th place finish tonight. And with that, that is the JHO season or JNL season 1 race 3 here at Richmond. What a hell of a race. A lot of short track, good racing, a lot of battling, a lot of crashing. I'm surprised we didn't see a flip in this race with how much they were crashing. But anyway. Yeah. What a race from Richmond. I personally had fun. I know last lap had fun. Esmond, your final thoughts? Oh. I was asking for your final thoughts. And with that, we'll see you next Thursday night at 8:30 in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is the ESMN YouTube channel. I am Racer881K Network, aka Sean. I was your commentator tonight, along with Last Lap Racing Network. Hope you have a good night, and we'll see you next weekend.